Well, hello. It's been a long while. Let's just play immediately. Okay, that's a bit of
Behold,
a...
child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
This start reminds me a lot about the first game, which is absolutely fantastic, because it's basically a visual upgrade. However, I do notice I gotta go quickly fix something. So hopefully this won't take too long. There we go. Now I'm back, and let's get right into the game. I'm going to presume, because it's a sequel, the first message is, of course, a bot. Lovely. Oh, it's a bit more snappy, which is nice. Now, since I haven't played the first game, I'm not going to spend too much time actually just exploring myself. I'm just gonna let things be. Because I need another one, can't I? Okay, so that's one is not. First puzzle. It's pretty much the same puzzle as the first game. Oh, this is not one of those grids I need to disable. I'm done. You have a cube. Put it on the pressure plate like it's Portal. And I think this is, yeah, this is literally the same starting area as the first game. So that's quite nice. Also noticing my mic seems to have a really big delay. Let me also lower the gamer audio. See, how do I fix a delayed microphone? I'm gonna... What if I do this? Is this... Okay, this is not delayed. Let me do something real quick. Could this be the reason why? No, I don't think it is. I don't have a way to just restart the audio, so... That's peculiar. Oh well. Delayed audio shouldn't matter too much when it comes to a puzzle
This
game.
land is but a dream, You will stay here only for a little while. Soon, you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
These are such nice flower and water. Alright, so we need puzzle pieces. We don't have any puzzle pieces, which is why we need to go into the different sections, and this is one of the sections where we can get 3 of the pieces. Every piece is achieved upon finishing one of the puzzles, and we can jump onto things which did have a couple of bugs in it on the previous one, so we'll see if this is actually going to have the same, not issue, but if it is going to have the same thing. But okay, auto jump, we can take that. Boom.
The shapes you are collecting
First puzzle
are not
piece.
mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
These green ones are always going to be super,
Well
super
done,
simple.
my child.
This one... Oh. Let's see if I can increase my mouse sensitivity. It's good. It's gonna be so annoying if these are not the same value. I guess that's close enough to not be really too noticeable. Anyway. Do we have anything hidden in here? Does not appear to be that way. Can I steal the cube? I can steal the cube. Which means I just doom. Is this a potential... It looks like you could walk out there, so maybe that is an Easter egg? Or like a secret? We'll see. Anyway, this is basic Tetris stuff. Oh, I can't rotate in the other direction, that's a bit annoying. But we have yellow puzzles, medium difficulty. Static pressure. So all of the area is the same as the one we had in the first game. These do not work, or... What am I trying to say? Even though the area is the same as in the first game, we definitely do not have the same puzzles, which is nice. However, the same mechanics so far. Alright. Because we can do that. And then we can do that, and do that. This one I haven't solved. Windy day, which means we're going to blow stuff. Right. Now I need to get up here with a fan, which is really easy to do. Boom. And that was it.
Very good.
It is very noticeable that this is the tutorial. Oh, that activated the fan, which gave me this, which means I should be able to interrupt the laser beam. Which does something. Oh, it opened the door. Nice. Gonna jam that for now and hope there is... Oh no, that's not what I do. I do this, because then the weight will disable the first one and I can disable the second one using the jammer to jam. This one would be nice. Oh, I can jam that through the purple. Which means I can escort this one all the way to wherever I need it. What are you doing? Oh, if I needed to jam the fan. And the shortcut up.
Excellent.
Nice. Very simple starting area, but I'm not at all opposed to that. And that's full of red pieces, which means this should be the yellow pieces. Boom. Nice.
I am proud of all my children.
Yes, Spire.
Out of a
I
world
have...
of ruins, they have
I've seen the
built a
Steam
new
store page,
Jerusalem.
but I haven't watched any
And
of the actual
there
trailer
your brothers
videos
and
on the Steam store
sisters
page.
await
I
you
just know I love the first
to
one, so I just
celebrate
immediately
your
bought it.
birth.
And I know nothing about the story or the puzzles or anything. Of course, I wouldn't want it to have it spoiled. It would be absolutely devastating to have such a fantastic game spoiled. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, now we're gonna actually maybe think. Would you... Wait a minute. Can I do that? Yeah, Or is it... Okay, no, it is actually completely blocking. Oh well. So, question is there a way for me to connect things? I mean, of course there is, because I don't need to connect that one anymore. That's the red puzzle piece. Well, the first red at least. Now we're back here, we can't use that one, I already know
You may
that.
linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
That should be it. That should be in the entire puzzle. Yeah. I have no clue how that's a red puzzle. Okay. Red beam, blue beam, they can't mix because that's how the game works. That's the end, so I'm going to first just get the next tripod. Nice. From a very pretty little pond with lotus flowers. I think it's lotus, but yeah. It's a similar puzzle to one that existed in the previous game, so... Oh right, I don't need to worry about these anymore. I can just connect like that, boom. This one just needs to connect with that one. It looks gorgeous. Alright. So this is the source of the blue. So let's take that out and let's take that out. This one needs to be enabled. What is even the end goal? The end goal is to get both of them lit up. Considering we have a cube, it is most likely that the way I'm going to get past the signals is indeed to put the thing on the cube. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, what do we have to play with? We have a fan that requires power through that. We have boom. Okay, so that's what we do. We put that on top. We hook that up with that one, put it on top of the cube, and then when we turn on the wind power.
Nice. Thank you, child. I have finished preparing your vessel. Now hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
That sounds like he's done.
You're awake. Welcome to the world of the living. Oh,
Might as
you're
well be
polite.
polite.
What a rare combination of traits. If only the algorithm produced more people like you. Oh, but I'm confusing you. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions. Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
Let's stick the
Right,
excruciating
you asked for it.
details.
A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost. That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time. A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position. When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker. Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way. It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitor's team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the Founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return. Before the founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal. Capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it. Some of the first companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished. They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event.
Okay, I remember an ending from the first Talos Principle where you did kinda wake up, so I guess this... I guess maybe we were one of the first companions then, or maybe Athena itself. If you got the true ending of the first game. It's interesting though that they chose very Abramistical religious references with the New Jerusalem and all that. But you also have the... Well, is Athena Greek or Roman god? Anyway, it's still a bit out there as well, so that's interesting. I hope we get more religious references that are from other religions, like maybe a bit from Hinduism, Buddhism, or something like that. Anyway, will there be more new humans after me? We know already what she's gonna say about that. She's probably gonna say that the people of the town are going to try to not make there be any more people after me, because I'm guessing I am the 1000th. Hold on, am I immortal? Probably not, with just circuitry, because we're a robot. I'm not ready to get going. I want to know more about this entity.
Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the first companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning.
I feel like this is a bit too harsh. Because this job may be obsolete, but there's always more to do. But I guess it would be nice to know what Neith is going to do.
I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and from that answer we also can infer the fact that they are going to stop trying to make new humans.
Oh,
because otherwise she would say, I'm not out of a job.
Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Alright, and this is what I saw a very fun review on the Steam store about somebody mentioning basically robot Twitter, so I guess it's going to be in New Jerusalem media. Alright, so we have Neith, bunch of computers and systems, something that looks like an MRI machine, empty. Why are there liquids in these? And why can't I run? Well, of course, this is red, I gotta follow that then. But it looks like it's all closed off. Really good quality models and textures. I have to give it to them.
Look, it's 1K.
Hey, 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
This should be interesting.
At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the Founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The Founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the Founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
Well, I got what I asked for with more references to other religions.
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the Founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
I'm up for an adventure. Suboptimal pathing, but very gorgeous and futuristic. I'm going to guess we are waterproof, since there's so much water. Also, given the fact that we're on a rail and stuff, I'm going to presume that this is a maglev train. Something that we do have currently, but it's not this advanced.
What's broken now?
I guess they went in the other direction? Huh? And I can't talk to Josephus. This is interesting. I expected a puzzle game, but this is a lot more open world. I'm going to presume there's still puzzles, but this is interesting. I wonder how deep the non-puzzle aspects go.
All right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh? What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
I have a couple of follow-up questions. What is that? Outside? It could be potentially that was the... Oh, new stuff. Okay. Wait, I could do more? Alright, let's actually take a look at this. Seriously, what the fuck? I'm gonna say it was a sign, because it definitely is a sign from something. I'm going to presume what's out there is the first attempt at a city, or either the second attempt at the city. It does look a bit ruinated and a bit old, but it could just be scaffolding and other stuff like that. It's weird that they have power issues, considering just... We saw solar panels, meaning they do have that technology. Why not use more solar panels? You also have tons of mountains with the clouds as well. And there's even a dam over there, so... It feels like the power issues is something they brought on upon themselves. Yeah, I know, right, Spire? But this just gets me excited, because I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, but I'm not. Oh, that was just a reflection. I thought it was something being see-through.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Well, okay, so the dam I saw is apparently still operational. That's good to know. It probably means that maybe the power issues is from the lake powering the dam evaporating, which means we are talking about global heating, which would be weird if we are centuries after humans. Because that means these robots are actually causing global warming. But it could also be a random global warming, because those happens in cycles as well. And maybe that will be... That will maybe be a motivation for these robots to realize that it doesn't matter how destructive we are, Mother Nature is still going to have the final say. And even if we do our best, we can just prepare for what she has in store, but we can't actually get rid of it. We can't live in a perfect society that will live forever. We will always be subjects to Mother Nature. But who knows? There were loads of philosophical things in the first game, so that's why I'm immediately starting to think philosophically. How do we feel? Might as well pick the first one. Just gonna say calm. I don't have a reason to be any of the other emotions right now.
Why? Now listen, this meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
This sounds not good for me.
Are you sure? You might miss out on something juicy.
Maybe another playthrough.
Suit yourself. Before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
I mean, I've already realized that myself, Doug. Thank you very much.
Do please join us at the table.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
I can just listen in.
Al's right. Let's move past this for now and deal with this transmission. Yakut, please start the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut, as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
I'm in.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Right, just gonna lower the game volume a bit more because I do see that it is getting a bit... I would basically presume that if it says you're not interested, they are all going to start bash on me for being basically a wuss. But hey, another playthrough, another opportunity. But for now, let's explore a bit with the city, because there appears to be a lot of issues going on. I can finally talk to somebody!
What can I do for you, 1K?
Okay, there's a lot I want to know. I know how he feels about Byron, so I don't need to ask that question. He might provide more details, but no details that is really going to change my perception, or details that I can't already infer from their conversations. What's your vision of the future? The vision of the future I already kind of know. It's been implied by people. You can also derive it from the way he is just behaving and talking, so it's more how he got involved with politics that is more interesting.
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium, not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
There's so many things I could guess already about what's happened and stuff like that. Which is good. Let's try the elevator. I'm going to presume that once we leave on the expedition, that island is basically going to be that...
Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
Right, so I think the island we're going to basically is going to be divided into several different sections, kind of like how there were different worlds kind of thingy in the first game. We have to finish each one. Once we finish each one, we can actually unlock probably Atlantis with this version of post-humanity Atlantis, where Pandora has trapped the Prometheus. It was Prometheus. That's at least my guess for now. Also, considering the memorial was closed, I'm going to presume that we are able to go back to the city ever so often, and each time we do, a new thing is unlocked. Because the city is big, so I'm going to presume we can't explore all of the city immediately. Let's talk to Damien, who's protesting to absolutely nobody.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time? I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis. Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days. We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Well, true. But I want more, like, the problem with these kinds of people, is they exist pretty much everywhere, like, oh, this is something bad, we need to do something about it, but they don't have a plan of action. Which means that even if things go through, they don't have the ability to change anything, but now they have the pressure and duty to change something, and they just will kinda have to go with the first quickest option because they need to get results done and they never did the research beforehand. And doing the first quick thing is of course never sustainable and never a long-term goal, so it's worrying that he's just mentioning problems and not actually giving any solutions or even a hint at a solution, which makes me not want to provide a digital signature. But let's ask.
Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city. Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's gonna start affecting us. No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away. In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
Yeah, not gonna provide signature when it's that unspecific of a goal he has. Nice guitar. Can't talk to you two. I am indeed waterproof. Theory has been proven. Can't read the signs. I wonder if they've actually taken the time to... Oh. Yeah, I wonder if these are just dots and dashes and lines, or if they've actually bothered taking the time to create basically a different kind of Morse code or Braille. So this is actually what it says and you can decipher. Maybe there will be a Easter egg or hint or secret solution at the end which requires you to have actually deciphered all of these dots and characters. It does not appear to be a one-to-one, so it looks more Braille-like. But even then, there is no clear distinction when things start or end. But all of that assumes it is a replacement for the English alphabet, which it doesn't necessarily have to be. But odds are pretty likely from just a glance at this that it may just be random. Kinda random.
Hi.
Oh. Love the blue and yellow. Really cool not outfit, but look.
What do you think that was? It was Prometheus. Sure, but it wasn't the actual Prometheus. It was some kind of a projection. How do you know it wasn't the actual Prometheus? Because that would be stupid. Would it? How do you know all the ancient gods weren't projections like this one? Maybe whoever sent this projection is behind all those legends. Sure, I guess technically that's possible. But it's not very likely, is it? I don't think any of us are very likely. What if it's a message from Athena? Didn't you say Athena wouldn't approve of all this? I did. Then why would she send us a sign?
Euhemeros is a bit overdoing it.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
Wait, there's a shop?
The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires? I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Internal monologue. Oh, a clean start. Is that a way to... Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits. Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
I'm going to guess maybe a clean start means the further I get into the game, I have the ability to in-game here, without starting from the beginning, do a clean start. And it's going to get more expensive the more things I've done. Maybe it is also a clean start when it comes to relationships with different characters, because maybe they will actually do that. But I can't... I have to actually do one of this. That's interesting. So let's go with the tuning.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits. Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds jumping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
I didn't really hear anything different.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains. Or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system. Okay, you. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Wait, what's bio? Oh no, that's not a good thing. Could you describe in what way it went weird? I didn't hear anything, so who knows where it actually went wrong. Alright, I'll just continue then and I'll have to look in the replay.
Some customer feedback. Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Hopefully it's something that I can actually fix, otherwise that's just gonna be a pain in the butt.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
Well, maybe it wasn't an accident, Spire. Maybe it was all intentional. Who knows? Only I do.
Oh wow, it's you. You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life? Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course. No need to be so modest. You're 1K, the one we've all been waiting for. But I understand. The greatest heroes are always humble. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise. I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
Oh, this is interesting. It's very Byron focused. You can almost, for every person, ask about Byron. That's very interesting. But let's
Byron
see that.
said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah. Basically what I meant is, the city is not going to give you anything, so why should you give anything for the city? I'm not going to agree with Herman, because Herman is a bit, special. Helga is... It's important to do something that makes you happy, but there is more to life than just being happy. You can be happy and do other things as well. Cornelius, that's way too vague what the connection with the city is, because none of us have a connection with the city. So it's either I was literally born or Byron is right. He's not going to accept this very well, given the high praise, so I'm probably going to just divert him to Byron.
All right, if you say so. I'll think about it.
That's rude. There's a lot of achievements I'm getting. There's a bunch of, I guess, recreation, and there are, of course, QR codes. Oh, I remember, there were QR codes in the first game as well. That's the cube. That's Jam, Prism, and everything. Okay, might as well. Wait a minute. Okay, these are not the solutions. Does it do anything if I solve all of these? Oh, you're gonna be naughty like that, aren't you? Oh, okay, I see. So... there we go. Oh, more pieces. This is starting to get a bit complex already. What do I want to do with this piece? Probably... I don't know, don't want to do that, might want to do that. I need to, as soon as possible, start putting down these pieces because they are the difficult ones. This is a 3 wide, so that is good. This is the only way I can do that. Oh, and it's so close. It's so close, which means it might be fixable. Ah, so close. Okay, how do I fix this? Bit awkward with the central, how it centers, auto-centers the mouse. This is even closer. Come on. Okay. The control is way worse than it was in the first game for the puzzle piece. Well, not way worse, but it's worse than it was in the first game. Because the hitbox of the puzzle pieces are actually not on the puzzle pieces for some of these. I mean, this one is, but yeah. It doesn't feel that way, at least. This is probably wrong because this is too complete, so I'm going to break it up a bit. And this gives me at least some more things to do. Ah, but it's not quite there either. This is the difficult one. No, that's not it either. So this one is in the wrong location, most likely. I'm going to destroy that as well. Is this complete? What's that random noise I hear? Okay, now it's actually developed, so it's some form of background music. That's an interesting shape, at least. I'm gonna leave that for now and go on with another one. Oh, this one's gonna be a lot worse. I can already see that with so many flat pieces. And the T's are always obnoxious to deal with. Gonna move everything over. Boom, boom. I don't think this is going to give... No, it's not gonna be correct. Alright. It's puzzle time! Usually these puzzles are made more complex by... You want to group together the uneven pieces and so you just have the even pieces left, but that's usually wrong. So you might end up with something like that. And that's ultimately going to be the closer, or it's going to be closer to the solution. The problem is I have an uneven piece there, which means that's probably wrong. If I do that, still have a lot of unevenness, and this one is in the wrong direction. Because this is close. This is quite close. I can move that, and I can move these, and it's once again very, very close. The problem is just, as expected, the big pieces. Alright, so instead of thinking of these pieces as a burden, I think I need to evaluate their purpose. I think the actual obnoxious pieces are going to be the flat pieces, because they are so big. So let's see, throw together, what can we get with the flat pieces? Almost no... So there are too many long flat pieces in order for that to be viable. I have to mix these in. Or allow ways for them to be mixed in with other jagged pieces like that. So I might put something there. Now this is the obnoxious one, because this is so big. Could I do something like this? No. Can I do this? No. It's not far off, but I've been close before. And this doesn't help any way either. So this piece keeps being obnoxious. This is the jagged piece that is giving me issues right now. And how do I solve that? Why has it been giving me issues? Well, currently it's giving me issues because I'm putting everything on the right, making it need to be on a right piece as well. So I needed to build right to left and not left to right, probably to make this one less obnoxious to deal with. But I could also, of course, make the assumption that other pieces are just in the wrong place. This is very neat. And this one is just... That's an really... I gotta stop using the O word. And this is so close. This is just mirrored. So can I flip it? Can I figure out how to flip it? Am I going to flip it? That's not enough to flip it. Because of this piece. But I could flip that section. Because I can transport pretty much everything like this. Turn that there. And now things are in the opposite direction. And might be easier to deal with. This one's still annoying to deal with. But now things are right to left like I talked about earlier. So it might be the correct. And I gotta start using these long ones earlier. Otherwise I'm just gonna end up in a situation like this. Could it be that I'm gonna do something like that? Then I can do this. And it once again does not feel like I'm particularly far off. This one's giving me less of a headache now. Which might suggest that I am on the right track, partially. Let's take a block there. This is once again causing issues. I want... This is yellow, this should not be this difficult, so either I'm completely blind, or I'm an idiot, or both. Well, I'm gonna leave that one as well. And these are reds, which might mean I don't want to do them just yet. At least they indicate that I am going to be able to get back here. Bunch of testimonies. So these are just the testimonies of the... these were the other AIs that were in the system in the Talos Principle 1. So they've been able to extract their QR codes at least. And we have... Oh, this is one of the puzzles. This is actually a puzzle in the first game. Oh, that's nice. So they have definitely extracted a lot of information from the simulation. Because I presume it was a simulation. Right. And the reason I did that is because I can now... Oh yeah, I do that. That. I can do this. And I can use this one as a rite of passage. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not an easy rite of passage because I need to... Oh yeah, yeah, I know what I need to do. I'm just gonna sever the connection, do that, that. Boom, I'm gonna get that. Oh no, wait. I thought I had it. I need to enable the red one. I don't remember the solution from the first game. Ideally, I would be able to move, or no, not move. Ideally, I would have one more of these prisms, so I can start another blue connection that goes through here. But I can't do that just yet. And the reason I can't do that is... well, if I use that one, this wall is going to go back up. If I were to move one of these now, then this one would close down, and that would mean... well, we no longer have access to the red beam, which means this isn't open and I can't do that shortcut. And I'm going to guess there is not one just hiding around that I'm not seeing. It is a bit overgrown. So maybe there is something? No, I don't think so. Oh! Although I can just do... I can position it in a way so it automatically fixes itself, like that. Now I can remove you. Use you to replace all of those. That was not my intention. Now I have to redo it, but I know how to redo it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. So what I need is I need to replace that one with all three of these. Can I just do it under? I can do it under. Thank you, perspective. That's cute. That's really, really cute. Also, I gotta figure out why on earth it appears at least that it doesn't go about 10 decibels. Minus 10 decibels my microphone, because it shouldn't be peaking that early. Oh, I see the moire effect on the stream. That's nice. Oh, it's this puzzle. I remember this puzzle. I don't think it's a complete puzzle, or is it a complete replica? It might be a complete replica. It feels like one, at least. I can use the fan. Yeah, this definitely feels like a complete replica. There's nothing else in here, right? Nope, nothing behind the palm tree. Gonna do that. That one is eventually going to have the box on top of it. That is going to use the lighting beam. Boom. So let's start by getting second prism. So yeah, gonna do that, and that, and that. Then I can use this one to temporarily fire it up until it's self-sustaining, and now it's just self-sustaining. Oh, it's not self-sustaining, it can't reach that. Oh. But it's fine, because although it can't reach it, this one can. Is this the last remake? Maybe it is, we'll see. There's probably an achievement connected to it. More Mare effect, so please bear with me. I don't think it counts as flashing lights. Alright, first let's scavenge for material, no secrets. And here we have a prism. Do we have anything else? I do not think we have anything else. Now we have another prism. There's plenty of ways to use, and another prism. Does it go through these walls? It may. I just gotta align this a bit more close like that. I should be able to see if it does it. What I think it will. I need to move it even more. Now it 100% should work. Grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. Lovely. Now one of the prisms is freed again. Gonna put you there so you're available through that window. Oh, that's what's going to be the problem here. Because I need this. Okay, so can I... do I need the red beam? I need the red beam to escape. But I don't... and I need it for the blue as well. To get the blue beam. So this one's fairly... locked. Okay, I don't really have much control over this one. So the question is then, is there a way for me to use this one in a different place that would allow me to use the blue beam under it or in front of it or behind it? Because of that, that's going to be really difficult. It's going to be difficult in all directions. The easiest is going to be to use the added height of the blue beam. That would potentially make me able to go over the red beam. That's not particularly easy, is it? Can't access you through here. And I do really need that red. So is there something in here that I'm missing? It does not look like there's anything in here missing. Okay, so I have full set of items. I just need to figure out. I think this is high enough, maybe, to go over that red beam. Because then I can do... oh, it doesn't look like it's high enough though. No, it's not. We have a small height difference using the pond here, but I don't think that is going to be critical. My range of motion with this one is really limited. These ones are at this level very flat. So to create a height difference, not going to be particularly easy. The only red one I don't 100% need is this door, but that doesn't help. It's so cute, the fake pieces they've made. Alright, so all of my assumptions so far does not work because all I've assumed is that this one is basically not infallible, but I can't move it, which means that I probably have to move it. I could redirect it and have it outside here, because there's nothing limiting it to being inside of there. However, how does that help me with things? I don't know how that helps me, but because at least it's an idea, I might as well do it. So I can just hook up like that, and then from within here, grab this one so it's not bothering. And now what I can do is actually what I wanted to do. Boom. Actually, I just do that. Didn't really need to do that specifically, but now I have the solution. Pick it up, put it down here. This beam is useless, so now I can keep connections, deselect that one, pop it back down. And now I just gotta figure out where I put the prism. I found the prism. Now I can just do this, boom. That should not have taken as long as it did. That did not give me an achievement. Does that mean there's another remaster? I did this one, the pyramid one. I did the castle one, I did that one. And there doesn't appear to be any more in this section. Those are puzzles. But this one might pack more. Oh, this is a computer. Oh, I remember this one. I'm going to guess then that each of these just have different files for me to read. Don't see why I would talk to Rand. So the question is now, do I get into the expedition or do I get more chances at these puzzles? Oh, these are so big ones. And it's going to be really time consuming to figure these out, but I do have to figure them out sooner or later, so I might as well... I'll give it 5 minutes, that should be good. 5 minutes, and if I don't figure it out, I'll just go onto the expedition. That's close. it takes so few moves for me to be close. That's actually a bit annoying, to be so close yet so far. This one seemed a bit promising, this configuration. Is there a way for me to make this configuration actually the correct one? Maybe, maybe not. Yep, finally. Well, that took 2 minutes at the second shot. So I still have the 5-minute time limit I gave myself before to try to figure this one out. That seems a lot better. I might want to do is do that. It's these blocks that are so annoying. It's difficult to know where they're supposed to go, because no matter where they go, they take up such a huge amount of space. I need to figure out how do I put these big blocks, these 2x2 blocks, in places that are not disruptive. This is not disruptive, but it doesn't give me actually a lot of room to work with. Maybe it's something nice like this. It's fairly symmetrical pieces I have. Maybe it's something. This is the part where it doesn't work though. I don't have... Yeah, I don't have a way to do this. So let's assume I borrow one of those there. But what would I do with this one? I could move it around like that. But for this to be solvable, I would need this. This puts too much empty space. And this one doesn't give me anything either. This would be a better configuration if I just flipped everything like this. Oh no, this actually doesn't work like that, but it doesn't have to go there because I can put that there. Oh, this feels... well, it felt close. Now this one is just flipped incorrectly. And the problem is I can't just flip everything because this one is kind of necessary. But what if I did my best at flipping everything? So I do that, I do that, do that, do that, do that. Can I reconfigure things in a manner No, it's just the same issue as before. Or it's the mirror version of the first issue I had. Can I do a Hannah Montana and take the best of both worlds? That's too much space. No, I don't have any space to put the long one, so this one might want to go. And I've crossed my 5-minute barrier, so... Yep, I did not figure it out this time. So close. Yeah, I keep flipping between the same two solutions. Holy, I gotta go to the expedition. I can't be stuck on that one. You have a similar color scheme to Byron. Let's go on an expedition. We can explore this place later.
Honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Founder's blessings, 1K.
Imagine elevators without elevator buttons. I just figured out a way to potentially solve the yellow puzzle now. I kept flipping between left and right, but maybe what I should have done instead of is trying to flip the puzzle upside down.
This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with. Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
Right. So Jeremy is a bit conservative. Which is probably why Herman brought him along.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going? I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator. Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be, as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey. So I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
What do you mean we're right at the island?
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Oh, so it's going to be a bit your choose your own story.
People. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Wait a minute, I'm streaming.
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
I wonder how many acts there are.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the
I like
expedition
Byron.
leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
This is so different from the first game, like... Holy... What's this? Oh. It's just disappeared from the map. Like, I presume that's supposed to be our vessel, but... It's seen in the wrong location. It's, like, coming from here. That's a nice megastructure. Looks great. And the scale is immense, as you can see, with the lack of parallaxing happening at this close
This
distance.
underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Ah, that's why I'm seeing that on my compass. That's not our ship, that's going to be where I can use these tunnels to transport myself around the island or around the megastructure. Who knows? If I was
Golden
better...
gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
I was gonna say, if I was better at history, or at least mythology, I might be able to figure out who those were, but I'm not. At least I understand these. That's Elohim. That's probably the founder. That's a cat. I don't know where the cat comes from. The founder educates a lot of other coming people. They built the dome. A machine like that, and they built a city in the dome. So this must have been constructed then after this city, or at least the dome of this city, and the dome, at least the way I interpreted it was that it was made during Herman's life cycle, but Herman had never met the founder. So, who knows? Yeah, I love it as well. I mean, Spire, it's more than just a sequel. It's like... It's a sequel and just, hey, we're gonna make things 10 times better. Like, it's like going from... I guess like an airplane simulator on a Nintendo 64, which maybe has a single city, to going to the entire Microsoft Flight Simulator that has the entire Earth. Like, it's a huge upgrade, apart from being a sequel. And I'm going to guess I can't do anything with that, that's going to be open later, and since I see it on the compass, it is definitely going to be something of note. Now my question is just, who built this? Obviously, it must probably be the first companions and the founders' generation, but if it is them, why we see some of the first companions in the city, why haven't they told anything or knew anything about it? And I can see we have a new message. New exhibit, can't really be bothered to read that. Big metal, but it's very primitive how these doors work as well, so it's a mix between
This seems different from the other
advanced
structures.
and
Older.
not advanced tech.
Around 1K.
Like, these are petrol dunks. This could have been like a bunker from when humans lived, and that's why it's such a primitive door and why we see petrol and stuff like that. I don't know why it's so fancy decorated with the stone around. But yeah, this definitely seems more human than our robots, and this is a new addition to everything, which is really cool to see. These things though are just very fresh and clean considering the environment.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna explore more before I touch it. Okay, that's it. So these are interesting. These sorts of setups remind me of... if you have ever seen experiments using either optics and light or quantum physics, they are very, very similar to this because it has to be so accurate with everything. And I don't know where these are getting their power source, but hey, let's see see what we can do. Okay, let's start with a schematic. Trials, blah blah blah, insufficient, and then I see hexadecimal, consistent in output, hexadecimal, power grid to unstable, testing failed, okay. So here we have some people, probably some of the first followers. No, wait, maybe this is... yeah, I guess this might actually be... just like how the Talos principle is a real thing, this might be an excerpt from the book. Yeah, I guess this is actually... yeah, I guess this is actually historical writing.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to continue exploring. This sort of more darker shade of metal and spikes and stuff reminds me of Noxian buildings from Noxus in League of Legends, which is interesting.
That sort of looks like a temple.
Oh, so we do have cats, because Yakid has had a cat on his shoulder, so cats survived, but humans didn't. But no other animals can be seen. I mean, birds chirping, okay, but apart from that. And these definitely reminds me of the Hex Gates. Oh, I thought I tried to Google Talos and Talos Principle, and it was not like 100% a real thing, but it was something philosophical. But yeah, I guess I was wrong then. Oh, that's really insane, Spire. Because that looked like, with the footnote and everything, that looked like it is actually some contested ancient Greek or Roman play. I guess Greek play would make more sense. Because I know we have similar issues with some texts like that as well. For example, the Bible have very different... some sections are quite different depending on which translation of the Bible you actually use. If you use an older version or a newer version, they did things very differently way back thousands of years ago. But yeah, anyway, all of this reminds me a lot about a mixture between the Hex Gates from League of Legends, but also it reminds me of Rosalina's observatory in Super Mario Galaxy. It gives me that kind of vibe, even though it's a lot more techy than that. It just makes me think of her observatory. Okay, that's just that material, it slides me off. So I explored that, I explored the thing behind me. That did not do anything yet, although it does look like copper coils around it. There's something up there. There's also something in there, but I don't think I can reach that yet. Nor can I get up there, so I guess I'll just have to go to the ship and rendezvous with the rest.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Yeah, something's definitely up here. And it's once again the darkest shade of metal, like we saw way over there.
Go ahead and try the capsule, 1K.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Oh, are these all going to be puzzles? So these are like the Eastern Wing puzzles? Yeah, these are puzzles. Oh yeah, this is...
Where's the capsule taking
It's time to start puzzling.
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Oh, now this is certainly the hub worlds I recognize. Lots to explore, probably a ton of secrets everywhere. A random 2 and a 1. So let's start with puzzle 1. RGB oh, we have green lasers.
A puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it.
I don't know.
Find out.
I don't know
Okay,
why there
go
would be a
ahead.
puzzle.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Okay, so simply this merges the two colors and transform a new color. No clue what that does. I need two different things to put on it. I need to put that, so I need to first extract something else.
That device
No.
was not in the simulation.
And it specifically requires two different colors from the looks of it. Does that mean I can do that? I cannot. So with this, can I double? I can't double select. But can I select two outputs? Is that the requirement? No, it is two. There's two inputs and one output. I already know that works. But this is RGB. And just like you can generate yellow out of... What was it? How did you get yellow now again? I think yellow, if I remember correctly, is reddish in RGB. But maybe that means I can generate red by taking blue plus green. Yep, that produces red. Okay, so it's just like how RGB works. Fantastic, that's one cube, also a good first puzzle. Then I want to create a blue beam. And now I have both of that. Absolutely amazing.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
But it's a different shade. This one's blue, which usually is a good thing. Also going to presume that it means to repower this, we're gonna have to finish all the puzzles. Oh.
I think the cloud's
Okay.
been absorbed by some sort of
That's cool.
device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
That's cool. Alright, reconnection. We have blue... Okay, so to generate red, we get blue and green. And with that, we get another fuser. And we get a nice little thing back there. We need red. So what is stopping us from getting red over... That is what's stopping us from getting red over there. Okay. So to get red, I need... These together, I get... I should get purple, but I'm getting green because logic. No, wait, it is logic because it's RGB. And there's no yellow. So with these together... I think... I'm just overthinking it. No, the blue plus blue is wrong. Because I need red, which means for this last one, I need blue plus green. And to get green... Blue I already have there. So to get green, I just do that. Now I have red. Where are you going? Where are you going, little Paul Cloud?
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant dominoes.
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
I don't really see anything interesting there. Can I go into the water and take a swim? Oh, this is nice. I can actually go really far away. But it looks like I'm not gonna have a way to get up. Can I solve this puzzle already? No, I can't. Alright, this is cool. I dig it. I vibe with it. I wonder how far away I can go, though. Alright, thanks for telling me, Spire. I'll dig into it after the stream so it gets better next time. Because this is cool. Yeah, yeah, that sensory upgrade. Oh! This is a tricycle. So that's what's going to be the secrets here. That's strewn around all across the world. I just hope they won't be too hidden and that there will be a way to actually know how many you've missed in each world. That would be nice. And I can see purple haze.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
That's Prometheus. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. I mean, yeah, I can see it. Or at least the trail of it. But this is plenty of good stuff to actually get started with. Oh, it gets... or it got deeper a bit. There's so much to explore.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Yeah. Maybe there are more schematics in here.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
Oh no. I have These are computer servers. Why would we need computer service? There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a reading. Don't think I can actually be bothered to read everything right now, considering it's a stream and everything. So I'll just scan through it. Okay, so we know this is going to be a lot of true facts, but not actually going to have the point it should be. I think the lies they are talking about is that the founder understood the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. I think that's the BS, because everything else is not conjecture, it's a lot of objective facts. Might be a bit more that's bogus in that, but yeah. And then we keep seeing trials of something. What exactly that is, who knows? Well, this appears to be some form of hole-making machine. Yeah. It creates a hole. No schematic. They talked about a terminal though, but I guess that was the terminal. Oh, hello, Byron.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem? You're right. You're absolutely right. We had such ambitions in the beginning. But now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome, and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb. Of course, ask away. I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important, terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned. When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them. Perhaps a test.
Might as well.
We disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
And that is so wise of Byron, and exactly why Herman is doomed to fail. Because when you are in a position of power, you should not and cannot afford to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Because they are not going to challenge you. They're not going to make you think things differently. They're not going to come up with different solutions to you. They're just going to do all the same mistakes you make and do the exact same ideas you make. If you are in a position of power, surround yourself with people who are the opposite of you, just like Byron and Al do. That is really, really smart.
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
Yeah, I'm 100% in love with Byron. He is fantastic bot.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man. He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
Alright, so I'm going to need you to give me red. I gotta reconnect you first. Then not sure. I think that's what you were supposed to do. But I have a bit of a problem. I can't get it out. Alright, so do I have a blue? Oh, I do have a blue. Alright, so I need to connect that one to that one using that one, most likely. However... Oh yeah, I know how I could have done this easier. I could just put it here. No, that would not have worked. Anyway, so I need to connect that one to that one using that one, but it means I need to still have the blue beam here. Otherwise that's not gonna work. It doesn't look like I have another object at play here. So I need to find something else. Or a different idea. I still haven't gotten all my objects, I'm dumb. So the end goal is to get the blue here. Which probably means I need the cube there. And I need to be able to extract red plus green, most likely using that one. Because that's blue, and I can transfer the blue there. Problem would be I would also need that one, unless I can break out a particular color from there. But the only one I can reach in there is green. And breaking out green from that using this passage is not going to immediately help me. If I could change places with this one and that one, the prism and the connector, that would help. But it's not the way forward right now. So, I can't make this prism be available both here and there at the same time. And it does not go through the wall like I have blue here. Oh, right, I have blue here. Which gives me a method of opening the door like that, in a not dumb way. Because then I can extract this. Now I have that. Well, that wasn't intentional. I'm just gonna keep connections. Boom, 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 boom. Now you are free. See. You're free. But are you free in a manner I can actually... Yes, you're free because I can just snatch the box.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Right, so that's another one. Oh, new interface. Yeah, so these are all the... This is Cyrillic. I can't... No, this is not Cyrillic. This is... S... maybe that's... Oh, I don't remember which that one is. No, this is Greek. That's P-S-O-Y-M. But NT does not feel Greek, and that's not the Greek N either. So yeah, they're all lost puzzles. We have that, we have that. Am I gonna have to do this for every... Oh wait, this is interesting. This is Viking based. Right, and what does social media say? Alright, at least here I can see all the things. The compass at the top just reminds me of Assassin's Creed.
The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
And these one I can't snatch. Right. Oh. It doesn't let me select them. That's interesting. That it doesn't let me select them. Still don't know what I gotta do, but hey. Oh no, I didn't press the wrong mouse key. Boom, connect all, turn it off. Boom, boom, keep connections, connect, and on with you. And that's puzzle 4. Alright, let's see if we can find another one of those later, but now let's go to puzzle 3. Hello again, Byron. Oh? What's this? Oh, a lost terminal. So this is really, really old stuff. But that was also Elwyn 258, so yeah, this is not new, but not super, super old either, which is interesting. Oh, I missed the stairs. This looks like it's gonna be a big puzzle. Castling. Right, we need red, which means blue plus green. We have blue there, but I'm gonna need that. Oh, there's nothing in here. Oh, there's the red one. Which means I can do blue, blah blah. There we go. If I step on the button, that happens. That doesn't really help with this. Because I need to be able to get into there. The only thing I have available is red and blue. Or not red and blue, red and green. So can I... Is this possible? Oh, so okay, I could just do that. That makes things a whole lot easier. Because now I just need blue plus green. Let's hope that doesn't works. That did not work. I don't need that anymore, but I do need something on there. And I'm just gonna do that. Keep connections, connect to you, and that should be it. Nice introductory level puzzles. Oh?
I have good news, and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none. Sarcasm. Famously helpful. Why did we bring you along
I didn't
again?
mean it in a sarcastic manner. I guess I'll just say
I'm
that.
just pulling your leg. Which I helped make, by the way, so you better be grateful.
Let's stay focused. We're in unfamiliar territory. We can't afford to get distracted.
Al's right. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Okay, so I'll... One of the blue hand... Oh, the blue hand is that thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find that other abandoned thing and solve that one. And that's going to be the last thing I do for today's stream. So let's just hope I take a really long time finding it. Because it could literally be anywhere. But given how one of those puzzles were over there, I'm going to presume the other one is more over here. There looks like there's buildings over there, so that might be helpful. This looks appropriately distant. Oh no, this was just puzzle 8. Oh, that's you. That was not my attention. Let's explore.
There's another one of those monuments.
Yes, it indeed is. Thank you for observing that. They're holding... They're holding something green. It's one of these meta puzzles. Just like in the first game. So there's puzzles in the actual world as well. Okay, that's something to take a mental note of. Getting a green laser over there is going to not be too difficult. Given the closeness of 8, I'm going to presume it is from puzzle 8 that you actually, well, charge it. The question is now, maybe the first statue I didn't notice, but maybe the first statue also had one of those. That's very, very possible, especially because they've brought attention to the statues, or those specific statues. And I see something in the horizon. It's not really horizon though, is it? But it's blue and it's purpley. Oh no, purpley. It's blue, it's pixely, and it's just something wonderful. Is this the thing Prometheus were talking about? That I should follow? I think what I just did there underneath was re-trigger it. So where's the next destination? Oh, I can see question marks as well. That's actually super, super helpful. Oh gosh. What the what just happened? Okay, alright, I got it. I got it. I understand.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God, and God's ability to reshape the world.
True.
Oh, this is so cool.
But he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
I'll do that one later. Yeah, I'm noticing this is cool. And this also gives me an opportunity to see if this statue had anything. Oh, it is connected to the statue. I don't see any beams. Oh, nice. Okay. Is it gonna drop a legendary item? Soul one Prometheus monument.
When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Okay, well, what the heck is this? Yeah, isn't this... I don't think Yakud has mentioned Astronomical Temple yet. But this is indeed an incredible structure.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
Okay, he did. Then I'm just inattentive. Right. So there are 3 question marks. I know one of them is probably the other statue. Oh? This is interesting. Very nice little underhang. Well, this is number 5, but that's not what I'm interested in. I want to find the secret. No, that's sad.
So I heard
The
that
forgotten
Alexandra
hero.
is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank! I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
So that's 7. I mean, I guess I should have seen that from the top. Ah, but now I just want to know where is that secluded puzzle. Because the first secluded puzzle I found wasn't too far away from the remaining puzzles. This feels secluded. Yep, this is secluded. And like I said, it's just right by one of the other ones. Alright. The last puzzle for this stream. Interconnectivity. We have collars. Lovely. Put that one there to see what else we can find. We can get a beam. We can get several beams. What we need the most is that. And now, using the power of blue and red, I can get green. Unsurprisingly. I don't know why I deselected that one. Nice. But I need one more to finish everything. And this one is not meant for that one. It's red plus blue. Oh, that's gonna be a... That's not an easy one. Okay, how do I get green in there? I know how to get green in there. Boom, boom, boom. Because I don't need this one lit up. I can get green from there. And now I have all of these things to play around with. So what I need from... Yeah, I need a blue one. From there. Now with the... now what I need to do is take red and blue. And here comes the tricky part that I gotta figure out. Because I need to get blue behind this one, so it can't afford to cross the red. Does that mean, probably what that means is, the reason I got 2 of them is because they are supposed to go all the way around. So I'm supposed to do that. This one I'll break like this. Then I can do... might as well take this one. And then lastly I have the last little prism to do that. If I can actually line it up. And that's secret number 2.
That was really kind of excellent.
Thank you. So yeah, that's the secret number 2, or not secret, but yeah, hidden number 2. So, let's read this social media post. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And you know what? Spire, everybody else, I'll see you in the next stream. So until then, take care.